Okay, here we go again. Welcome back. This time I'm getting set up to test this Springfield Armory M1 Carbine semi-auto BBs. I got 3 different BBs I'm going to test in this thing. The Crosman Copperhead, the Daisies, and the Hornady Black Diamonds. It uses a 15-shot clip. That's all. I took the liberty of cleaning the barrel. You can't use a spear tip jag and patches. It fits so tight it pushes up the cleaning rod. I got a Dewey ball bearing handle cleaning rod there. Carbon fiber and a regular steel one. And we got 40 of these pretty much. Used a few of them. Crosman CO2 capsules, 12 gram. And I will put the CO2 capsule in there and with a good sized drop of oil on the end. And put it up in there like that so I can turn it upside down. The oil goes where it's supposed to. And they give you this with the gun to tighten that down. And the BBs kind of look staggered. So you kind of go in there like that, zigzag like. It holds 15, so we'll do 15 of each BB on separate targets. As I said, the Crosman Copperhead first. And we'll see which ones work. Now I also got a real M1 reproduction of a World War II M1 sling, the tan color one, and the oiler. Now this oiler's interesting. You keep gun oil in this thing, and you got a needle drip oiler there that goes in it, and you drip the oil in the gun wherever you need it, so you get a drop of oil here and there. Washer goes down in about here. So I'm gonna see if I can put the sling on this thing, which goes on the left hand side. See the forward sling mount there. Now this rear slot is going to be a little trickier. Got the old-fashioned clips, snaps on there like on those old war surplus canteen things that went over your belt. So I can't get this up in front of the camera and hold it too. Anyway, you stick it through here, and the snap goes in the side that's got a hole in it. Okay, that's on there. Now on the back, as I understand it, this slides in through the hole from that side. Where the heck is... Let's slide that buckle back about 11 inches or so. I'll start with that. Get enough room to get it through there. Then you pull that through this side. And the edge of the oiler you screw out is knurled like a coin. Or groove, whatever you want to call it. And you got to shove it down in that slot there. You got to make a loop. I can't hold it up and show you. You got to make a loop out of it to shove back through with the oiler like that to hold it in. Basically, it's a snug fit. So. I don't know if that's a Roman numeral 2 on there or 2 1s. It looks like a Roman numeral 2 on the bottom of the oiler. Well, that doesn't go in there. Now, how the hell? Jesus Christ, it's tight as hell. That doesn't go in at all. I don't know how the hell it's supposed to. Ow! Damn it. They don't give you a lot of instruction on how to get these things in there from the guy I bought it off of on eBay. I don't know. That's as far as I can get it in, and I had to force it that far. There. Push it. You gotta push with your thumbs on the strap there around it, and you can get it in far enough where it'll hang tight. Don't worry about that there. Nope, not enough slack. So you can wrap it around your arm like that and kind of pull down on the strap. When you pull, kind of push up on that, then you can steady up a little more. It's a half wrap. You need a lot of slack for a full wrap, like I was taught by my Marine brother, Vietnam era Marine. Okay, anyway. So we got her loaded up. Get the sling on there. Once again, 15 Crosman Copperheads. I got the, I put some oil on that spring-loaded valve there. The valve pops out like you see it there when you pull the clip out to reload. That sounds good, doesn't it? Okay, if I did everything right, we should be able to fire. I don't know if I got enough weight on my little BB backstop there, but we'll see. Okay, that should be a rapid fire, but I don't know what the hell happened there. But I got it reloaded with CO2 and BBs. Right on fire. Take 2. Geez, I think that thing's firing a couple at a time. I don't know. I have to look back at the film, but that's. Well, I'll show you the target. Kind of fun to rapid fire though, ain't it? Okay, I got another target set up. Reloaded the clip with the clip in the magazine. And here is the target from the Crosman Crosman Copperhead BBs. And you can see fire up here, tearing it up right there, and one on top of another right there. So, and I tagged on the line twice and just inside the 10 line or bullseye on this one. Right there. I think that even though I pulled the trigger once, I swear this thing's multiple firing. And I'm adjusting how I'm tightening. You tighten that Allen key cap until you hear the gas going in. You have to kind of crank it back and forth a little bit, clockwise and counterclockwise, till you stop here or feeling gas running out of the cap or through the mechanism. Thing's a little tricky. Okay. Damn. Pick the rifle up and one of them. Oh, come on, sit down. One of the beanies ran out. Okay, I went to shoot the Daisy BBs and the camera battery died on me while I was shooting it. So here's a picture of the rifle with the sling and everything, and you can see a little better right here that where I got the sling wrapped around the oiler, pulled into that little slot. That's how it mounts. And the screw-in oiler is at the top in the picture here. I figured that when you put oil in it, that'll keep it from leaking. It's got a washer in there, but there's no seal on the washer. And let's see, you can see here. This is the result of a clip full of Daisy BBs. You see a grouping up here on the 6 line, and there's some in the edge of the bullseye and the 8 circle. So the Daisy BBs are pretty good, and I had like 2 of those hang up. Hornady's hung up twice, so they're even up there. But the Crosmans were the least accurate. The Daisies are pretty good. You could do a little better once when your aim improves and you're not shooting quite as fast. Okay, here we go with the Hornady Black Diamonds. These are hair lighter than the others, so we'll see what happens. fired a couple times and that was it. It's hung up. Pull the lever down, shut the beaker back down, and then let's see. Huh. Three of the Crosmans hung up at the top of the clip where they come out, and maybe two of the daisies, and this is what we want. Let me see if I can get it. Yep, emptied that time. That's not as cold as that first time when it malfunctioned. I'm wearing that English thing, that the windage is off. The windage needs to go that way a little. I have to play around with that. Let me go get the target and we'll have a look-see. Wow. Check that out. These Hornady Black Diamonds are the most accurate, and they only had 2 hang-ups with these, so they don't hang up any more than the daisies, but they're more accurate. It's easier for me to, as my aim improves, to take out the bullseye, as you can see. Not bad. We got 3 stragglers. Don't make that 2. There's 2 stragglers right there, almost on top of each other. One on the 6 and one to the left of the 8 right there. There's 2 there, 1 there, and 1 there. The rest are pretty much up in the white. So looks like those Hornadys work the best. Just gotta find something to lube the top of the magazine with, where the BBs come out. There's a thing sort of like that holds the BB, and the bolt pushes like this. The daisies don't hang up any more than the Hornadys do, and that was maybe 2. Crosmans hung up like 3 or 4. But they're hanging up where they come out of the clip. That's the problem. Okay, well, here's a recap of the targets. I thought I might want to go over that again at the end here. And so you can see here, this is the result of a clip full of daisy BBs. You see a grouping up here on the 6th line, and there's some in the edge of the bullseye and the 8th circle. So the daisy BBs are pretty good, and I had like 2 of those hang up. Hornady's hung up twice, so they're even up there. but the Crosmans were the least accurate. The daisies are pretty good. You could do a little better once when your aim improves and you're not shooting quite as fast. But I would definitely say that the Hornadies were the most accurate. They were the easiest to shoot accurately, to put it another way. See if you can see through there. That's pretty good for, well, rapid fire, but not as fast as I did with the others. And I was learning how these rather loose military style peep sights work. I gotta adjust it a little anyway, but you can see a lot of the bullseye is gone. And here is the one from the Crosman BBs. Close but no cigar. But when you slow down your rate of fire, you get more accurate. Even if you're not jerking the trigger, it's hard to hold steady and shoot rapid fire accurately. Comes with practice, and you get a little better with it to a point. But I definitely have to say that the Hornady Black Diamonds are the best. Okay, well, that's it for this week. And hope you enjoyed watching me shoot this thing. And first time I ever shot any kind of M1. My dad gave his to my nephew, my older half-sister's son, in other words, but anyway, another story. It's got a sling like this one. Or one I ordered was kind of a light khaki color, but they gave me this tan one instead, which is more authentic to the original. And it's fun to shoot. It's gangs of fun on when you do rapid fire, but you slow down and try to call your shots a little more. And this thing's pretty accurate. It's just a ball to shoot with that blowback action on the bolt, so it constantly recocks itself every time you fire. And it'll just keep on doing that even though you're out of BBs. That's the bad part. You don't fire the last cartridge and hear that ping, like my father used to say when that little stripper clip would ping and shoot out. That's when the enemy knew that they had a chance to fire back at you, when they heard that ping. Dad always said him and the guys hated that on the originals, which this basically emulates. It's pretty accurate to it. And once you get these rear peep sights adjusted, then and use the Hornady BBs, I'd say this thing is pretty darn accurate for a short-barreled smoothbore. But just gangs of fun. Besides remembering my father and father-in-law both used this rifle in World War II, where my father was fighting the Japanese as a Navy Seabee in the Philippines while he's building Quonset huts and runways and stuff. Oh, and you know, my dad always said John Wayne's movie The Fighting Seabees was the closest to what they actually did when it comes to movies. And my father-in-law chased Rommel's Africa Corps across North Africa into Sicily. He always told the story about, I forget if you remember the name of the town they were in Sicily when they chased out the Germans and retook it and all that. The people were so happy they were cheering them on and giving them bread and wine and what we would call lunch meats and stuff, only Italian style, you know. And they just basically made a big old party out of it. They're dancing and everything and having food and wine and stuff. And the Sicilians were in this little town. They had a, you know, with the round fountain in the middle is in the square and all that. That's not just movie shtick. That's real stuff. That's what my father-in-law told me. So, little homage to them now that they're gone. Memorial Day and Veterans Day and all that. He who forgets the past is doomed to repeat it. But on the other hand, humans are basically pretty stupid and wind up repeating the past anyway. You politicians gotta stop doing that, and you people that manufacture weapons got to find something else to do to make a buck besides keeping wars going so you can keep selling munitions to both sides. That's completely unethical, and it's against God's wishes, and I'm sure a lot of ours as well. A little food for thought on a Sunday morning when I finally finish this video. But it's just nice to shoot these replica war horses. I want to get the Springfield Armory Colt 1911 next, or mil-spec as they also call it, to go with this. That's a blowback pistol, so that'll be fun. But that's a future video. And like I always say, keep your gun clean and your powder dry.